Hello there, ladies and gentlemen. A very specific, if not terrific, hello there. We do have General Teddy here with us today, so you will be able to hear him in the background, as well as my phone that is playing a advert, so that's great. So yes, today is the day of the big offensive. We are almost at the very gates of Paris. The offensive today should in fact take us all the way there, maybe even to Paris, depending on the exploits of von Mackensen and Hindenburg. So we'll see. I have gone ahead and just issued some slight alterations to the orders. I'm going to have these fellows moved up over here. He's an interesting commander, being a tactician of Ilan, and I probably want to give him some forces, but it's okay, it's okay. I'll take a look at that one shortly afterwards. We do have this corporation up over here, just to make sure we can try and just approach from every angle that we can. That's going to be the idea here. That is, in fact, the big idea. Thinking about bringing forward this core too, just because, well, it's not exactly doing me anything over here, is it? So, yeah, we'll go ahead and have that core brought up. I'll have it over here. Bugger it, I'll just have it here. Additional men do matter, especially when you're dug in, so we might as well get them moving. But we'll have this army moved up over here. They'll be here in 6 days. This army will be here in 7 days. They all do have supply, which is pretty good. And I will have a depot constructed here. Well, start the construction process next turn. And then what we're going to go ahead and do then is we'll take a look at how it goes. I mean, frankly, the hills are concerning. Maybe they have highs. Maybe they have highs, I should say. But I think, honestly, his supply situation cannot be that great. The supply wagons only carry about 20. If I can take this position here, push him out from this position, he really doesn't have anything. Now, we're currently activated here, which is rare, but I will have commanders. He's a good defensive commander, he's not a good offensive commander. But soon enough, we'll have a good offensive commander to take over here. So that'd be good. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and have this pressure place on here. We can always have them switch around and go through here. This side doesn't particularly match all that much, so yeah, we'll think about that. Or do I want to come around here? Fundamentally, I'm going to have the issue here of having to fight even in mountains or hills, so we'll just have to deal with it. But this has got to be the target here, so if I can take that, then it's over anyway. It's over and I have the high ground. Here in the Sinai, we just hold out, chill, basically. I could move all these divisions if I wanted to. Yeah. I've kind of become attached to them being here, haven't I? We'll go ahead and get them moving. I don't know. To be fair, is it worth the resources? Nah. It's alright, they can stay here. I've committed to do it for long enough. That I'm aware of the fact that I'm using a lot of rail capacity here today. So, yeah, we have to bear that in mind. It'll be a big day. We're moving forward these men over here. I really hope that we could have had a breach in Venice, otherwise I could have launched an assault, but we'll see how things go. And, yeah, that is going to be it today. These forces obviously not in the best shape. They can head back towards Khan or something. We'll have additional supplies coming up next turn. New supply wagons, that'd be great. I will establish a supply depot here at Sedan, I think, but we'll see. How you doing there, Josh? Are you going to let the old German, the General Butcher? Well, we'll see about that. We'll see. Let's go forward. Just to remind ourselves of the situation. The Entente is down to 18 national morale. We can't hit London again with Zeppelins, unfortunately, as it does have fighters. I wonder how long he'd not had fighters and I just not noticed, but hey, that's fine. I move an additional calls up over here to Sedan. We'll have supplies moved over here to Sedan when I get the opportunity. But yes, we'll move forward in a moment. Tanks are due in the near future. So yeah, we'll go ahead and see how this goes. We do have Hindenburg and von Mackensen ordered to move on Paris. So honestly, we'll just have to see how it's gonna go. It's going to be a big battle. We do have the use of chlorine and phosgene gas authorized. Chlorine's not exactly spectacular. But if it reduces the enemy's cohesion, if it inflicts any damage at all, it's worthwhile. Phosgene, or phosphine, whatever. I think phosphine, whatever. It's got a G in it, so I'm going to go with phosgene. Does have a greater effect They're not hugely effective, but at the end of the day, it's something that you could do, and it's something that potentially helps out. We do see a lot of forces in the nearby area, yeah, so we'll see. This is going to be a big battle. We are committing pretty much all the German armies to it, really. Not all the German forces, but all the German armies for the most part. So we'll see how this goes. The offensive is beginning. It's going to take us about 6 days to begin the battle, basically. So we'll see. Again, lots of forces in the area. Some moving away, which is actually a good thing. That's about a core's worth, but at least this is one nice core that we have to face here on the field of battle. Right, so it looks like it's going to be a very, very bloody day today, perhaps. Yes. Forces moving around is good for us, actually. A core moving up over there. Yeah, we do actually engage the Italians here. Looks like we find a small... Oh, yeah, we find the Italians here. Yep, the Italian army retreats there quite wisely. Yeah, we do have an Austrian victory here. Pretty good casualty rate there. We have only 21,000 suffered to 67,000 suffered for the Italians. It looks like we had the benefit of the trenches, which is always interesting. Yeah, it looks like we had the benefits of the trenches, for the artillery at least. I wonder what level of trench we were at. But nonetheless, it seems like we had some benefit there. And I imagine that probably benefits the artillery, but not everybody benefited. A lot of forces that were already here were the ones that were entrenched, but obviously they'd suffered greatly. But again, this is another 67,000 Italians gone. Interesting in both an offensive posture, so that's rather fun. Day 3, 3 more days until the battle outside Paris begins. Verona's looking relatively light. I wonder where those forces had retreated to. Maybe across the river? No, it's 265. Oh no, they are here as well still, it seems. But I could potentially, depending on the supply situation, maybe push on to Verona next time, but we'll see. Yeah, we do have a battle beginning over here now. We do have a very large battle, yeah. There's a lot of on-top forces here. It looks like some forces have retreated, actually. Always nerve-wracking. We do have a cavalry division wiped out there, unfortunately, so you may get some natural morale for that, actually, which would kind of suck. I didn't actually mean for them to be involved in this battle, but I guess they got caught up. Maybe seeing reinforcements in Turkey, that'd be interesting. We do win the battle here. Kitchener suffers 83,000 casualties. There's a lot of Entente forces over here, frankly, but again, we have the advantage in guns. We've lost some more tanks, but we definitely have the advantage in guns. Still a lot of aircraft over here, but that's all the armies come together. That's good. Maybe we'll see von Mackensen and Hindenburg continue the fight. If they could continue to move, that'd be excellent. In theory, they could be there at day 10, but we'll see how that goes. But we have broken through there. I can't tell if it's landing forces or... Anyhow, we do see additional forces arriving at Paris now, which is interesting. Yeah, reserves arriving there. Sasson apparently looks like... did I? No, I didn't tell every army to move forward, so I think that's just a visual thing. There are some armies that should be here, so I guess we'll see. We do have von Mackensen. Oh, fuck me, we've actually moved in there. It looks like we've actually moved on top of Paris. Right, his forces move around here. Interesting. Again, I'm not sure if his moving forces in or out. It's a bit hard to tell sometimes. Right, we do have Hindenburg here. Is he going to be reinforced? That's looking really bloody, but we are reinforced here. I think we may have Paris. Or at least the area. Yeah, we do win the Battle of Paris here. At least the forts. The Battle of the Parisian Forts. So Hindenburg and von Mackensen, with their speed, have made it to Paris. We are at the gates of Paris. Our men are going to be tired, but we do have men in the area. We will seek to drive home this victory. But we have the rails. This seems to be a bit of a problem. There should be an army here. I definitely didn't tell every army to move forward, but it may be that there's been a traffic block over here, a traffic jam. Wow, okay. It is a bit of a worry right now. There should be armies there. I definitely told, like, maybe 2, 3, 4 armies to wait there, but I guess we'll see. Maybe it's just a visual thing. But yes, we are on top of Paris. Von Mackensen's army is definitely bloodied, but the rails are open. And as long as the rails are open, that means I can get men in there quickly. Yeah, thank God we do have the men there. Okay. A very small force under Van Mackensen has survived. Their strength really has been obliterated. Yep, that's the Jaeger's gone now, pretty much. Yeah, exactly. We do have the armies nearby. Hindenburg is over here. We have 3 armies there immediately ready to go. In terms of rail control, yeah, we have 57%. He still has enough to rail in there himself, but the fact is, we have the rails. I do have... yeah, just look at the amount of armies here. And we have another army, 2 armies over here in fact, so just the sheer level of force here is just stupendous. But there we go, guys. We did manage to lose morale a lot today. Yeah, well, we spent 2, and we gained 2, we lost 2. Okay, I was going to say, how much morale did we lose there? But we have it. Now, I can't use gas over here at Paris, but yeah. The great news is, to the north, they're fairly weak. The French are down here in the south, but in theory, that may mean they have to cross the river. I don't have enough military control here to prevent them from using the rail lines, but maybe in the following term we will. But the thing is now, we're on top of Paris. And that's quick. We managed to move very quickly there. What I need to do then is get the super guns, the super heavy guns on top. The good news is that I could leave some forces over here then. I mean, we've got enough armies. There's like, what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 armies, give or take there. Yep, 7 armies there. There's another 2 armies over here. We have what is essentially a glorified core right now. But we could do it. We've got enough cores to fill the gaps if I need to. How's the supply situation? The supply is not going to be great. Looks like we do have a depot there, so that's really good news. There's not a lot of supply there, but there's at least some. I think the armies are relatively well provisioned. From what I can see, they're relatively well provisioned. Hindenburg, not so much, but we will have supplies moving forward. Yeah, the armies are provisioned enough for the assault here, pretty much. So what we're going to have to do then is just really lock this down, because he's going to be very eager to try and prevent this. Because if he loses Paris, that's it. It is game over. But this puts him in a position now where he's lucky that it can come across via rail. But we do have an army over here that is at least entrenched. I can be there in a day. Yeah, we'll be there in a day. I think moving quickly is of the essence here. I think von Hausen could maybe stay in position, the reason being lock that down for us. We can have von Kluck moved up. I think an early... yeah, continuing defensive perhaps. Or I could even move those armies in there, allow reinforcements to arrive. That'd be ideal. Yeah, but honestly, this is like a really, really big deal. I think what I'll probably want to go ahead and do then is maybe move Hindenburg and Kluck in there defensively. The reason being, I'm not, excuse me, I'm not going to take Paris by assault today. I need these armies here. I do need to make sure that my lines are really held here. So it would be ideal to have 2 armies in each of these provinces, to be honest. Would it not be easy for him to envelop your armies? Yep, that's exactly what I'm saying now, Harkon. The good news is, really, all we have to do is take Paris. And that would be it. The game would be over. I do have plenty of cores that I can move around. And that's what I'll try to do there. The French do... honestly, if he was to bring everything, but it's about time now. We at least do have level 5 forts here with von Mackensen, but he could come under immediate attack. But again, we'd have forces pushed in here. I think what I'll do then is leave von Hausen here. He's already established level 5 forts. I could leave Von Baen. I need to leave 2 armies per tile. And I have plenty enough armies to be able to do that. So leave 2 armies here, 2 armies here, the rest move forward. At least in that manner, we should be able to manage it, perhaps. To be fair, the units I will move forward then are the ones with the heavy artillery. Now, you not being active is a good candidate to remain here. Like, this army here has, well, has heavy artillery. Verdun, yep. I totally get what you mean. Yeah. Honestly, we've been kind of expecting like an offensive for quite some time. We are dug into very high levels of entrenchment. Like, level 7 is no joke. I think the maximum entrenchment's like level 8. It just means that they're significantly more... Well, they're able to withstand a hell of a lot of punishment. We do have a few 100,000 men in the area, give or take. Not a huge amount, but we have hills over here with forces dug in really, really heavily. Where the hell are they headed? I may as well just have these Dutch moved over here to Longwy. Or the Dutch. And Monmouth. Yeah, the main thing is just safeguarding the rail here. We do have weaknesses, but I have tried to address that. But again, it does fundamentally come down to the fact that, well, if we get on top of Paris, he could push back over here, but is he going to have time? Because the enemy is now down to 15 national morale. Defeat level is 5. If you lose Paris, that's equivalent to losing like 50 national morale or something like that. And the game ends when he reaches 5. We have 46 national morale, he has 15. There's a very real risk to his armies of mutinies now. So his armies may just shut down. We did win a battle out here at Verona. Well, just outside Verona. What is this bit over? No, Est. How are we going to pronounce that? If I could get Venice, that'd be amazing, but apparently not. But yeah. It's not looking good. Yeah, they've been ordered to leave the Argonne. Like a supply there. Luckily, I do have supply wagons. And I will try to get some supply wagons moving forward if I have any available. These guys will do perfectly. Just tell them to merge with the army of Von Kluck. Well, actually, I'll tell them to... I don't know. To be honest, this is it. I don't want to go too all in on one objective, but again, it comes down to winning the game. I'll just have them move to this region here. And then at least I could build a depot there. What I'll do is, yeah, to be fair, what I'll do is take the supply depot, supply wagons, give them to von Hausen. I think you need 4. I mean, these are kind of like useless now. But yeah, we'll have von Hausen told to construct the depot. There we are. Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. That's pretty much it. This is like... The campaign could be over in the next 1, 2, 3 turns, really, depending on how things go. The army that matters most to arrive there now is the army of Erich von under the command of GHQ von Falkenhayn. The reason being is that we do have this corps over here. This is the Guard Reserve Corps. But they do have our super heavy guns. So, if I take a look... Yeah, we do have our railroad guns. So these super guns, basically, very bloody experience as well. Like, take a look at that experience level there. These guys have been in a lot of combat. And, Yeah, there's not that many of them. It's just the sheer fact of what they can do. Like the siege level 3, actually. Siege artillery level 3, which is really good. Yeah, 1 point bonus. It really helps out with sieges. But the biggest thing that we can gain from them is down here on decisions. I do have this Bombard Fortress. So this decision allows you to use super heavy artillery to batter down enemy defensive guns, typically in the siege. So the enemy structure will immediately suffer 1 breach. Enemy fortress guns in the region will suffer minus 95% cohesion and minus 75% strength immediately. So we must target an enemy-owned region with a city or fort where you have in excess of 50% military control and at least 2 super heavy artillery elements present. This will also consume 4 elements of munitions, which is actually pretty cheap due to the fact that we have quite a lot of munitions. Over 5,000 there. So that is the army that must arrive. That and the fact I do have artillery corps here with just brigades, regiments of heavy artillery. Their cohesion's not exactly great, but what matters is the fact that each of these is bringing a few hundred heavy guns. That's what matters. There's guns of various calibers over here, basically. So, that's another army that doesn't have... So who do we want? I don't have all these heavy artillery here, actually. Oh, you do have a little bit of supply there. Moving that forward would be pretty ideal. Moving forward with OHL. Right. You're staying in place. You're moving forward because you have that artillery. You're staying in place. So we've got 2 armies to stay in place then. So, Leopold von Bain. That army's moving there. He's a fast mover as well, so that's pretty good. Well, to be fair, he's a fast mover, so maybe that'd be ideal candidate. 2 days. OHL would arrive in also 2 days, so it doesn't really matter if you're just marching. But yeah, we'll have you move there. Mrs. von Bülow. Good defensive commander. That leaves us with a couple forces over here then, to move forward into the meat grinder. Eventually I'll do some sort of war in the east. I need to take a look at the updates. I don't know, it's just really the time. A lot of people are probably like, well, he spent a lot of time on this one, but this is it. Sometimes when you have one in motion, you just need to get it finished so you can move on to something else. But we'll see. I'd be interested in. I did think about one with Night Phoenix, but I've just been too busy. And I do feel bad. I have really apologized to the Night Phoenix about that, honestly. I shouldn't have said I'll take it on if I didn't have time, but it's hard to know what your time's going to be like before you start a degree. Tough. Tough indeed. That would be Teddy in the background. Right. And this is it. I could in theory move forward another army. Maybe I do move forward von Hausen. No, we'll keep him there. It does mean I need to move 1 less army there. Is Leopold going to the Soissons? Oh, Leopold's staying here. You're going to Paris. You're staying here. You're moving there. Alright, okay. See, this position's actually relatively defensible, if I take a look. Yeah, because we do have the rivers over here. There's no bridges here, unless you're over this side. So there is the rivers to at least give us cover there. I do love the fact that Paris isn't... I do like, it's a pretty cute thing actually, that they have capital regions actually shaped like the country. It's pretty cute actually. It is pretty cute. It's like, it's just one of those things they didn't have to do, but they did because it was like cute. Yeah, yeah. Vienna's just blob, but yeah, it's cute. I like it. Obviously Moscow has fallen to the revolution. Yeah, Moscow, yeah, they kind of, I guess it's a little bit harder. It's a little harder on that end. But yes. Still never got shit for Brest-Litovsk. I don't think we ever had an event called Brest-Litovsk, so maybe I didn't do it. Maybe I screwed the events there somehow. But anyway, if we take a look at the allegiances here, obviously Grey is Central Powers. I wouldn't really call that Central Powers, but you know what I mean. Except for Warsaw. Warsaw's like, nah, fuck that. Actually, Warsaw is 50% alignment towards us and 50% towards the rebels, which is interesting. I may actually get something out of Warsaw. Yeah, we had really on just luck in the Caucasus. Though we have lost all of our colonies to the Japanese and British Entente, etc. We'll take a look at the situation over here then. Oh, he's abandoned the position. I didn't expect that. He may be trying to evacuate, honestly. Yeah. I don't like the fact that I'm not activated, so I will spend... No, I can't build a depot anyway. God damn it, I should have kept them both there and I could have built a depot. Ah, well. Do we have an active core? So that would make a difference. Active, active, active. Okay, so we've got 3 actives. Just not the army. So move these men forward. This core over here can move forward as well. We do have 43% there, so we can actually move via rail, which is really ideal. Yeah, the noose is really just closing in now. Still active over here. This core can move forward. If they can sit pretty in there, then it does mean I can actually advance forward there. But yeah, the Entente position's not looking ideal. He may actually be pulling men out. There might be something to be said for just actually attacking the enemy. I could use gas if I wanted to. Oh, I can't, because that, shame. I think maybe we do go for it. It's a shame that we don't have the armies in position, but I do have this other force over here. So that is better than nothing, really. Five days. So these are 2 active cores. So if we have these forces active, then they should be more able to actually get involved or perform better anyway. But I think we'll go ahead and we'll lead an attack. I think we have forces in the area, and if I can try and prevent him from escaping, that'd be ideal. At the end of the day, we still have the forces here, so yeah. I don't think he'll have much in the way of supply. He does have a lot of supply wagons, but again, they don't last long. We'll bring it to a close if we can. Still holding enough for Sinai. He did take casualties, but not enough for us to be able to push forward. Still no breach over here, which is surprising actually considering the amount of guns. Yeah, pretty surprising actually. I guess it's the fact that it's a coastal position, but even then we still have guns. We should have some breaches at some point. Yeah, these forces are hammered in the area. The end is almost here. It is so close. In fact, you remain here. Von Bahn, you're not a particularly great defensive commander. Right, Mr. Below, you are actually an active commander, so I'll move you forward. You can go forward in there instead. And like I said, so we'll have two armies. The rest of the armies move over here then. Von Mackensen really has shown himself, and these men have bled. This army has been obliterated. Why are they moving there? It's fair, I don't even need to have these men here, but yeah. We do have a number of calls over here. Let's have that Dutch call move over here, and the reason being just to hold that down. We've got a little bit of depth here. It's not a lot, but it's at least something to work with. So Mr. von Hausen can sit here, build a depot, and then at least that will enable us to continue. We just need the super guns there, and then I think we may be able to bring this to an end. Yeah, we gained the Battle of the Depot. Oh, no, this is Est. Is there a depot there? Oh, sorry, never mind. Oh, we do actually have a depot here now, which makes a world of difference. Yeah, see, now we have supplies here, we have supplies here. I don't like the fact that this is actually open, so I really should, you know, position something there. Right, supply wagon. So they took 39 hits on retreat. We did gain that morale, which is good. Wow, we lost 21 planes here, shot down 77. That's pretty big. Oh yeah, there we go. Oh wow. We bombed the enemy positions and blah 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 with 41 air squadrons. The enemy suffered 10 cohesion. That's pretty good. First time I've seen that. Yeah, the enemy took 39 hits when they were forced to retreat. Lost 35, shot 23, but still we had pretty good numbers. 12, 17, 25, 21, 14, 22, 0, 5. There's been hundreds of aircraft shot down. 28, 0. It's not going to matter soon. So they failed to retreat from Paris. It's a damn shame that they failed to retreat, because honestly, that would have been great if I just had it completely. But yeah, they took 61 hits after retreating from Paris. So this is it. It wasn't just one battle, it was 2 battles there. In fact, I want them to move to Paris. That's it. It would be no, but I need them. I need a supply there. Yeah, we're nearly there. The end is in sight. Shame I never got stormtroopers, but yeah, we'll see. And frankly, I could have waited a little bit longer, but we're trying to bring this to a close. Like, I'm due to have another 240 German tanks. Late models, one and all. They'll be available soon enough. So, I mean, this is it. It's really coming to the end. Another 80 Austrian tanks as well. So this is it. One way or another, we'll just continue. We're in early September, so the weather will not remain great forever. But it's good now, and I think the war will end on September, October. Unless we're beaten back, but even then if we're beaten back, it's like at what cost? Because the enemy cannot sustain much more. I'm kind of tempted to actually send Lenin to the east, you know? It cost me 10, but I kind of want to see what happens. Maybe we do that before the end or something. Don't know. I can... yeah. See, I have 495 aircraft over here, most of those being fighter bombers. So, they're pretty useful and just, yeah. They're useful. The Romanians are holding the flank of Germany. It's almost at the end. Almost now. In terms of reinforcements, there are men that can make it. It's just the fact that we're here now. We have fortifications ourselves. And this army here is very close to the edge. But I mean, we'll be there in a day, so once we're there, we're there. I mean, I'm not bringing every army, but as long as I can hold this position, then we're looking good. We'll have more supply available very soon. Yeah, next turn we'll have more supply coming out. Yeah, next turn we'll have another 5. I really didn't know you could do that, so it's really nice to actually be able to do that at the end. Yeah, it seems like we're all okay now. I guess just fund. Why not? It's not going to make a difference at this point now. Level 4 tanks would be nice though, light tanks. What would we get in next level? Flying circus there. Gas would have been amazing. He could use gas on us. Oh, we can use gas. Fuck yes. Right, we'll have gas used here then, and I can afford to do so. And I will do so. That's really, really nice. That's going to help make sure we can hold on to Paris. Because if there's a battle that takes place there, the enemy will be subject to gas, and that's really good. That's really excellent, in fact. I don't think we've really had anything. Yeah, we're besieging Venice. I don't think we're besieging Paris, though, technically. Or maybe we are, but we don't have really that many men there. So many about planes. Honestly, we've only just arrived. Yeah, I think we were there a few days beforehand. But yeah, the fact that we had here this battle, and this is one that mattered, like we took more casualties, but it's the fact that we actually managed to break through, and that matters. I think having those tanks definitely do help. I may not tired, but they're not actually going to be launching an attack, so that's good. Where's Von Leto? There's Von Leto. He's been everywhere, man. He's been absolutely everywhere. It looks like some of these calls are actually pretty much wiped out, or nearly wiped out. Honestly, it's just all about the supplies now. Once we get in there, yeah, we'll have the gas. And gas is going to be pretty damn good. Right, we can finally give some concessions here. Austria's not exactly looking great, but I haven't really needed to worry about it too much. Yeah. The greatest concession will be the end of the war. And the war probably will be over before any of these fucking dreadnoughts are repaired. Fuck me. Yeah, I mean, the good thing here to point out is Paris is clear terrain. It's the best kind of offensive terrain. So it's not great for defending, which, yeah, looks like it's recruiting more infantry here, or at least attempting to. Let's take a look at the numbers. So yeah, the Entente's actual strength has diminished. I mean, they did take massive casualties in Italy. I mean, so did we, but not that big. Obviously, we've inflicted more casualties as well. But the numbers have shot up. He's almost at 3.5 million losses now. I mean, we've got 5.3, and that's for the entire war in the West, the war in the East, the war in the Middle East, and the war in the Far East, and Africa. The US has not joined the war. Honestly, I think they'll be glad. The war will be over soon. So thanks for watching there, ladies and gentlemen. I'm looking forward to seeing the next turn. It's going to be bloody, but I think we're putting the steps in effect to make sure we hold on. I mean, in fairness, there's an argument to be made that, well, he's even going to attack over here because, frankly, wouldn't it be about Paris? But it's one of those. I'm going to make sure that I have my forces in positions where, if we're pushed back from Paris, I can hold at Compiègne, or Saône, or Reims. But either or will be okay. So, with that said, thank you for watching. You guys have been fantastic. Nomad's been fantastic. Alex has been fantastic. Plumber's been fantastic. But you all have been so very great for showing your support over all this time. We're very close now to having a complete and total campaign of To End All Wars on YouTube. Of course, there's been issues with the campaign. I think the setup hasn't been very fair to the Entente. Well, it's an alternate history, so just imagine this as a history where Germany had like things going in our favour. Yeah, look at that. We had 264,000 Russian prisoners. We've got 141,600 Entente prisoners. Well, Western Entente prisoners. That's a lot of prisoners. That is a lot of prisoners. I do wonder how many prisoners Plumber and Nomad have, but yeah. Either way, we're nearly at the end. The good news is, once we get our forces onto Paris, it's, yeah, I mean, this is it. It could keep attacking Paris, but it could even give us more national morale. It's just difficult. It is very difficult. I had wanted Hindenburg to be there, but the good news is Hindenburg's army is in good shape. He's a 776 now, so he's a 7 offensive commander. He's a 6 defensive commander. He's 7 non-strategic. I could have made him GHQ, but honestly, we just didn't want to spend the the points there. Yeah, we have some late armor there. Late armor. I should have told you how many battles they've fought in. But yeah, these are some very experienced troops over here. Discipline 10. Very elite troops here. Or very experienced troops, I should say. You can see how that plays out on the cohesion there. Like, we've got the most senior, the Kaiser Wilhelm brigade over here with 77 maximum cohesion. And that does make a difference. Like, national morale actually does impact on your cohesion as well, your maximum cohesion. So this is it. This is where having experience really does help, because that can maintain that cohesion. And this is where we've had troops that fought on multiple different fronts. We fought battles on the Eastern Front, we fought battles in the Caucasus, not with German troops actually. But German troops had participated, obviously there's a majority like Austrian affair down here, an Ottoman affair, Bulgarian affair, Romanian affair. But German troops have fought in the Balkans, fought obviously on the Eastern Front, and really on the Western Front. I guess kind of on the Italian front to a degree. We had von Mackensen over here, but yes. And I do think the point where the campaign turned, not that it ever really was in danger, I don't know, it's one of those. But I think the fact that we had Lemberg and we were able to reconsolidate Hotzendorf and his armies around there. But as what is so special about campaigns like this at this length is that you do have these stories emerge. You do have these narratives, these histories that begin to form. Because these forces, while they are fake, while they are just images on the screen, they develop their own personality, their own history. And I'm tempted to launch an offensive here, but honestly, I think I'm pretty happy to just continue to build up my supplies. How you doing there, Rakal? Victory is within sight. Maybe not next turn, but in the turns to come, victory will be within sight. I forget which army had all the supply wagons. And I don't like the fact that one of those has got Zeppelins. And that would be Teddy barking. Teddy, stop oofing. But yes, until next time, thank you so very much for watching, guys. I hope you have a fantastic day. Teddy, shh. Until next time, thank you and goodbye. That's Teddy saying goodbye to you.